want to start off with two stories. The first was when I was about to graduate with my master's. Inspired by a life-changing semester abroad in East Africa during my undergrad, my master's project was in rural Tanzania. I lived in a small fishing village with a local family for 2 summers, communicated in Kiswahili, and listened to their stories of struggles for development and food security, especially for women and children left behind as men migrated out for work. I published a few academic papers, but felt it was somehow not enough. I was motivated to learn more about knowledge translation and implementation. Colleagues and mentors told me that the worlds of academia and applied global health were just too different and impossible to bridge. To me, this revealed a gap and an important goal to work towards. Fast forward a few years later, I was at the bedside of a woman in the maternity ward in Asosa Hospital in the far west of Ethiopia. At 5 months pregnant with her 5th child, she had been admitted the previous night with eclampsia, convulsions associated with preeclampsia. Preeclampsia is the second leading direct cause of maternal and infant deaths, associated with over 70,000 maternal deaths and 500,000 perinatal deaths annually. Luckily, the woman survived, though her baby did not. The hospital's gynecologist, and one of the only 2 specialists in the whole hospital, said, "This was a near miss. She survived by chance only." A combination of factors, including her ethnic background as one of the indigenous groups in the area, a lack of antenatal care, poor transportation options, and a lack of appropriate staffing and equipment likely contributed to her critical situation. My research leadership skills have developed throughout my academic and professional experiences over the past decade, building from research with a dozen interviews during my master's to leading a local team in Ethiopia to conduct a series of focus group discussions and key informant interviews. Upon my return to Canada, my skills continued to develop through preparing an adolescent health survey with over 30,000 students in British Columbia, and then joining the preempt team researching methods to reduce the burden of preeclampsia in rural India, Mozambique, and Pakistan, which I was passionate about after meeting a woman who had nearly died from preeclampsia in Ethiopia. Threading throughout my life and career trajectory is a passion to bring the voices of the most marginalized to the forefront of conversations, a drive to reduce disparities in women's health through strengthening health systems with evidence-based knowledge, and a vision to reduce the gap between theory and practice.